East of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Commanders Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shrugs him off. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll run here with Henderson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be
it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Second down and 4. Bigsby once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. On 1st down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. In motion right, Deebo. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. An audible here to get a new look. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19 Lion.
To the air goes Daniels. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Off the play fake. Daniels out to his left. Williams brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. It's going to be a long day. 79 Broncos.
Here's Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Okonkwo holds it in left side. Touchdown! Okonkwo. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
19 tight.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
50.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Hurts going to move him around. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deebo Samuel, 56 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Daniels. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
A first down throw for Daniels. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and 3.
70 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
Throwing now is Daniels. It's complete to Williams. And out of bounds right around the 20. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Jake Moody now for the point after. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Hurts. To the right side and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Dragon 60.
Daniels now to throw on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. 55 yards. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. One-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Straight ahead, Shipley.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On 2nd down, they'll go with Shipley.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion right, Debo. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Back to Debo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A run here with Bigsby. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And now they'll shift things around. A
Another run by Bigsby. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle they go. Overstreet. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Elliott on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. 70 Ranger.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84. Mike 8. Stop your whine.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that's caught by Williams.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second down, it's Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
24 is the mark. 79 Broncos. 24 is the mark. Rack. 24 is the mark. Big stop, G. Let's go. Ready, go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. Daniels going to throw for it. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
It's a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth.